Hey, what's up guys? Welcome back to our YouTube channel and welcome to this video. So this is part 6 of PHP RESTful API tutorial series. And in this video guys, we're going to discuss how to create or implement a create record into our PHP REST API project. So as a sort of review guys, in the previous video, we also have implemented the reading of single record coming from our database. So we have laid out the function read underscore single, and of course we created a file read single.php, and then we're querying the record by using its ID, and of course returning all the data related to that particular ID. And now let's continue working on with our post.php file, and just below the read underscore single function, we're going to create another function here. So the name of this particular function will be public function and then create. Okay, so in this particular function, we're going to add some lines in order for us to create another or create a record by using our API project. So for us to do that, let's go ahead and build first our query. So here we need to create our query. Okay, and that will be query, and of course the actual query of our function, which will be insert, because we're trying to create a record into our database. And of course we'll just concatenate our table name here. So this, and then the table of this particular class. So I think it's, yeah, table. Okay, the attribute table. And right after that is another string, set title equals placeholder title. Okay, and then body equals the placeholder of the body of our post. Okay, another one for our author, and the placeholder for our author, and then of course the category ID. So category ID, and then the placeholder for our category ID. Okay, so, and then we need to prepare our statement here below. So prepare statement, so that will be stmt, and then using the connection that we have, so that will be connection, and then prepare, and of course the query. Okay, and then we need to clean the data next, because the information that will be saved into our database is coming from the user, or the input of the user, or the request coming from the user. So that's why we need to clean the data. Clean data. So for our title, we need to set the title equals to HTML special chars. Okay, and then strip tags. Okay, and then this dot, or this, and then the attribute title. Okay, so this line, it only means that we just want to remove all the unwanted problems with our data. So this will be for our body. Okay, this will be for the author. Okay, and of course this will be for our category ID. Okay, there you go. So we just want to make sure that it will be the same also for this particular part. So category underscore ID And yes, we just need to make sure to indent this or to align this to make our code readable. Okay, and then right after that one, we need to bind the parameter or the params for our placeholder for title, body, author, and category ID. So this part right here will be binding of parameters. Okay, so stmt and then bind param, specifying the placeholder of our title and then the actual value of our title. So there you go, and then we'll just copy this one for the other attributes as well, for our category ID, for our author, and of course for our body or body of the post. And of course we need to change also the placeholder for this, and so with this category ID. Okay, so after that one, we need to execute the query, of course, after binding all the params, cleaning the data. So the last part will be execute the query. So all we have to do is call the stmt and then execute. Okay, and then if the execution of this particular query is successful, then all we have to do is return true. Okay, otherwise we print an error here. Print error if something goes wrong. So that will be printf. Okay, printf, and then error will be %s. Okay, and the error of our statement or the query that we have, and then return false, something like that. Okay, so basically guys, we only prepared our public function or public function create, and this will be used for our files, especially in our API. So under our API directory, we need to create another file. So that will be create. So let's go ahead and create a new file, and then new file, and then we need to say here create.php. So in our create.php guys, we just want to add some headers also, the same with our the read.php. Okay, so we might as well copy all this code right here and then paste it here, and then we just need to remove. Okay, starting from here, and then guys, as I've said, we need to add some other header. We need to add some other headers here. So we have access control, allow origin, and we have content type. So another one header is access control, and then allow methods. Okay, so this is save or create query, or we need to create a record to our database. So this will be a post method, meaning the request should have data for us to save into our database. And then we also have to add another header here. So this will be access and then control, and then allow headers. So basically we're just specifying here what are the headers that are needed. So that will be this one. We just need to duplicate this, okay, and content type also, okay. Another thing is the access control allow methods, okay, and also the authorization, okay. So basically, we're not going to touch authorization in this particular series, but for the sake of this tutorial, we're going to add authorization there. So maybe in the future, you want to implement authorization for your PHP API. And the last one will be the X requested with, okay. So these are all the headers that are required or specified as the allowed headers. So I think, guys, this is a good point to stop our tutorial because this is rather long. And in the next video, we're going to continue working on with our create.php file. And we should be able to create a record by specifying a post method, and then we can save that into our database. So thank you for watching and see you in the next video.